Bluegrass Airport, like airports across the country, was largely a ghost town for much of 2020. Now the airport's executive director says they're already seeing more passengers and they expect that trend to continue through the summer. Our Grayson Passmore has the details.
Your baggage is checked. Your flight is on time. You pass through security.
Getting back to normalcy.
And any other Sunday in any other year, this would seem like an extremely empty airport.
Before I would do a typical 2 hours at the airport. One of my crews would drop me off, and now maybe 45 minutes. So that should say something.
But a year into the pandemic,
stay safely distant at all times.
And air travel is starting to pick back up.
I suspect we're going to have a pretty robust summer for June, July, and August. I think a lot of the unknown for us is what happens when the vacation travelers are done and the kids go back to school.
Executive Director at Bluegrass Airport, FRANKL, says there was a large surge in air travel the past 7 days alone.
Before, when COVID first hit, it was a ghost town here. And then as soon as we started getting the vaccines and wearing the mask and doing the proper PPE, you start seeing a lot more travelers.
Traveling for work almost monthly. GRUBB says airports are still noticeably empty, but says there have been more travelers in the last couple of weeks. Another frequent flyer.
Obviously, my direct day-to-day, it is convenient. But for overall, as the economy as a whole, I'm very concerned.
COCKETT says as it becomes safer to do so, he hopes FRANKL is right.
Please travel safely.
But for now, on a slow Sunday afternoon at the Bluegrass Airport, people and their furry companions were traveling once again, some for work, some for vacation, some leaving family they hadn't seen in a while. The tearful goodbyes a good sign.
It's people who are actually enjoying life again.
In Lexington, Grayson Passmore for the Fox 56 10 o'clock news.
Over the last 2 weeks nationwide, daily passengers have topped 2 million. Now the CDC still does not recommend travel. They recommend that you delay travel even if you're vaccinated, but they say if you do travel, you should get tested 3 to 5 days before your trip and then self-quarantine a full 7 days after you return, 10 days if you don't get a COVID test.